Hi, friends. Okay, so we're going to cover section 3 and section 4 right now. So, the Washington State Institute found that general education programs reduce recidivism rates by 7% and vocational programs by 9%. Educational programs reduced it by 7. Vocational programs reduced it by 9. And while the training costs $1,000 a year per inmate, like follow me on this, because some people are like, ooh, well, that's a lot of money, $1,000 per inmate to do that. However, even though it costs that much money per year to do that, people who participate in that, it has a benefit to the state for somewhere between $10,000 and $13,000 per year to the state. So they're actually saving around $12,000 per person who goes into an educational program that they can use in the state for other things that right now has to be used to pay for people that are in jail. Are you following me on that? That's important. Hopefully you have some notes on that. Okay. In California, there is a law mandating that the corrections department bring inmates to at least a 9th grade reading level by the time they are paroled. Are you getting this? And they're supposed to do that with at least 60% success rate. So they're not even asking for 100%, even though that's what they're saying. They're saying as long as you do 60% of it, good to go. However, what they're saying here is what the law says and what actually happens. It says there's almost a complete disconnect. What does that mean? A complete disconnect between the legislative goals, what does legislative mean, and what actually happens inside the jail. Almost a complete disconnect. What does that mean? Yeah, that's some scary stuff, all right? So hopefully you got some notes because I'm moving on to the next section right away. All right. So what they're saying is in California and probably in a lot of other states, there's an overcrowding crisis in the prisons right now. California's 33 prisons are operating at roughly double capacity. So you know how like when you go on an elevator and it says like capacity 12 people. So what they're saying is for safety reasons, there should only be 12 people in this elevator. But consistently running at double capacity, 24. That's a problem. When we're talking about prisons, so 173,000 people at the jail that they were talking about before, well, if it's operating at double capacity, that means they're only supposed to have half that many. So where are they putting these people? I mean, have you seen the size of a cell? When we read Life in Prison, you saw the size of a cell for one person. So they're going to put 2 people in there? Yes, that's what they're going to do. They said they're using day rooms. They're using the classrooms that they're supposed to have classes in for these people and putting prisoners in there because they don't have room for them. That's a problem. So get this. The legislature singled out education as a potential solution. The legislature, the law, the government singled out education as one potential solution. Even though they already know that if you put the $1,000 into educating people, you're going to get 12-fold return benefit to the state money-wise. I mean, it's one potential solution. Why are we not grasping this? And furthermore, do you understand how important your own education is? What does this have to do with your education? Someone. Your futures. The people in this room. People that you know. Do you know anybody who might end up in jail? If they had an education. What does that mean if they had a better education? I mean, I'm just saying. Take a look at your article right now. What is the recidivism rate. What percentage is the recidivism rate in California? Look, it's in there. How many people go back to jail once they've been in jail in California, according to this article? That's an insane amount. All right. Remember, Ms. Thole, if they're not participating, we can be done with the videos. All right. I don't know if you are or not. Like, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying if you're not participating, then we should shut it off. But you might be. So kudos to you people, especially Anne. I know if she's here, she's contributing. But let's get some new names, new faces, new voices out here, all right? Okay? All right, heading to the next section in just a minute. Going to give you a minute for Ms. Thole to load us up again, and for you, friend, to put some notes on here so you know what to talk about at the test.